Remember when they made our toothpaste sparkly and in the shape of a star? I respect their creativity in trying to make brushing our teeth fun. We all hated it. I mean, even as an adult, fuck the dentist. Remember when everyone's grandparents had these magnets on their fridge?
The pumpkin's kinda cute though.
Remember when shopping for posters was so much fun because it was like on display as a clothing rack and you would just like flip through and then find it below? So cool! Remember having to put our chairs flipped upside down on our desk at the end of the day? I hated doing this. It took 2 seconds, but I'm lazy. Remember you and your family having your own profile on Windows and having to pick your own picture and what name and then making your password really clever with a clever joke hint. Like if someone clicked on password hint, you would put like,
nice try, wink face.
Remember trying to paint with these watercolor paints?
These were literally shit.
Remember the old cherry Coke design? In my opinion, this one is way cooler.
Now, whose jacked up idea was this?
Remember different colors of ketchup? I don't care what anyone says, they did have a different taste. Putting aside the fact that this thing is probably covered in so many germs, we absolutely loved it. There was something so therapeutic about this. Why did everyone have one of these colorful lizards?
They were everywhere.
We would try to collect every single one of these Pokemon bouncy balls and we would trade if we had doubles.
So cute!
You know that saying, don't fix it if it ain't broke? Well, I appreciate that they added the beads in hopes that maybe it would make it easier or less painful if it hit you. Truthfully, I don't even know what the fuck this design is. This is all we had in the schoolyard, so we had no choice. We lived for these liquid time capsule timer lava lamp things. Could not tell you if my life depended on it what these are called, but how cool were these? Tiny little bubble container necklaces. It's all fun and games until they actually don't work. The bubbles never worked. We could play for hours with these army dudes. As an adult though, I'm convinced that these are like cake toppers.
Sticky hands.
We had a blast with these. Even though they got covered in dust, dirt, and dog hair so easily, it didn't stop us. These fiber optic wands completely erased from my memory until I saw a picture. These were so fun. These Disney movie toys that came in Happy Meals? Just the cover of your favorite Disney movie? No, there's a figurine inside. This being an actual meetup spot for you and your friends. Like somehow we all just knew. The FBI warning that would appear before every Disney movie. Like, let's not be dramatic.
Just a small reminder about Holes. New Lifesavers Holes Candy. The unmistakable flavor of Lifesavers candy in unforgettably delicious little bites. Try new Lifesavers Holes. Watch out for holes. They're gonna be everywhere.
Watch out for holes, they're everywhere.
That's what she said. This sword toy that everyone had and everyone loved, where did it come from? All the random VHS covers you had for blank tapes. The stress of choosing what word art you're going to use that day.
There's just so many wonderful choices.
This art kit that literally made you feel like you were going to be the next Picasso. Everyone having these exact same speakers for every single computer at that time and having to turn the volume up to the highest to hear anything. When McDonald's had cookies, little graham cookies, putting animal crackers to shame. Being so jealous when someone had a TV with a built-in VHS player. Are you kidding? Puffy stickers, 3D, puffy, soft. So much better than regular stickers. You would have fought someone for one of these balls, although they smelled like shit. Aesthetically, on point, but the smell, it's a distinct smell. If you know, you know. I was trying to get my hands on every color possible when it came to this purse, especially this bad boy. I just caught a glimpse of myself in my camera and realized this is what I look like today.
Anyways,
The layered long sleeve with t-shirt was also the shit. Now, I don't know why we ever fell in love with these capri pants, but we did. I'm not pointing fingers at anybody, but somehow these sandals were more comfy than regular flip-flops. But absolutely nothing was more iconic than these beaded ones.
I wanted these so bad.
Raise your hand if you had this t-shirt in your closet. And if you didn't, you definitely borrowed it from a friend. Something tells me these shell necklaces are going to make a comeback, like soon. I don't know how I feel about that.
I don't know.
Now, if these made a comeback, I'm just kidding. I think we need to leave these in the past, but at the time, I wanted to collect them all. Every color, every pattern, anything. Don't even get me started on Happy Bunny t-shirts. It was like wearing a meme on your shirt. I never knew a bunny would bring me so much joy. I guess that's why he's
Happy Bunny.
This looked fire on your nails, but getting this shit off was like scraping cement. The vivid memories that come back with this lip gloss is insane. Honestly, I think it was a big mistake to get rid of these really fun swivel chairs and the booths that had the really comfy backs. The ones we got today is like sitting on concrete. Now, I know Ronald McDonald is the face of McDonald's, but do you guys remember when he had an entire gang with him all the time? It once wasn't just about him. He even got one of these plastered outside of random places so people could sit on this bench and take photos with him, like as if it was a meet and greet. These were once the stir sticks of McDonald's. It could reach the bottom of any coffee and any McFlurry. The best part of any birthday party that was at McDonald's was the hamburger stools. I would literally thrift these now and use them in my home. Who knew floor tile could be so significant in our memory? If you know, you know. Remember when the trays had these liners with all the games on them? See, Ronald McDonald's friends. It was 1997 when they came out with the collab with Beanie Babies and you got to receive a little tiny Beanie Baby with your meal. Why are these so cute? To this day, the biggest mistake they ever made was getting rid of the twist ice cream cone. Do you still have it where you live? Tell me so I can move. Suddenly I'm not lactose intolerant anymore. It just makes me really sad to think that we all sat in one of these high chairs for the very last time and we didn't even know it. Okay, these lipstick candies tasted like chalk, but we kept buying them. It honestly didn't matter what flavor it was because they all tasted like medicine. But I'd be lying if I said I didn't miss them. Can we talk about
Everybody's so creative. How
about lollipop paint shops? You just don't get this kind of creativity anymore. I just know this shit would be viral on TikTok if it was a thing right now. We all remember chiclets, but in 1991, they actually came out with these tiny chiclets. Literally were like the size of Tic Tacs. You needed like 9 of them in your mouth to even be one piece of gum. Nothing like a good old squeeze pop. A squeeze and lick lollipop. This is not a lollipop, okay? It was almost like squeezing candy out of a toothpaste tube. Very strange, but delicious. I completely forgot about this gum. There were tattoos inside the package. And look how freaking cool these are. Like I said, we get no creativity anymore. Runts, the only way that we were ever trying to eat fruit as a kid. Which one did you guys like the best? I feel like I'm gonna get hate for this, but the banana was my favorite. I said what I said. I meant it.
You won't shame me.
Getting my own Blockbuster card literally felt like I had my own credit card. There was always one friend to get a cell phone first, and it was probably this exact one. It's like a mix of a house phone, but a walkie-talkie at the same time. Look at the size of this screen. If you wanted to contact your friends, you had to have a notepad and a pen with all of their home phone numbers on it. Remember asking for permission? Like, can Susie come out and play tonight? It's hard to imagine that there was a time when I couldn't just Google a phone number. Any kind of information you wanted from a restaurant, a store, this book. You needed a magnifying glass to even be able to read all these phone numbers. Pizza, but on a bagel. Do you say bagel or bagel?
Now you can give them pizza whenever they want. Pizza in the morning, pizza in the evening, pizza at supper time. When pizza's on a bagel, you can eat pizza anytime. Pizza Bagel Bites. Bite-sized pizzas on wholesome little bagels.
The stress of carrying your project around on these floppy disks, just hoping that nothing goes wrong when the teacher tries to plug it in. Wearing these was one thing, but making them was another. We used to put beer caps in them. Like before we even had our first sip of beer, we thought we were so cool. There's a good chance you wanted to order everything in this catalog. These sprays. I swear I felt like I was wearing Chanel with one of these. E-Bombs World was our YouTube. And TikTok in a way. It had the craziest, most random content ever. We took the Where's Waldo books very seriously. I would not stop until I found him, okay? I was on a mission. Rumor has it we're still trying to figure out these bottle toys where it was full standing up, but then when you tipped it over, it just somehow magically disappeared and it's no longer full. Where did it go? There was a strategy behind Valentine's Day cards. You might even recognize some of these exact ones on the screen right now. We hand selected what card and what message went to who with purpose. We didn't ask just anybody to be our Valentine. This is a vacuum, but for us, it was a toy. For the longest time, I actually thought vacuuming was fun because of this little guy, and then I grew up. Not so fun. Stencils were our best friend when it came to projects, cards, basically anything that needed a little more oomph, a little more pizzazz. Most of the time, I just lied and said that I drew it and I didn't let people know that I actually used a stencil. We loved these holographic necklaces. There were so many different kinds. You could never go wrong. They were so cool. I think we all thought that Wishbone was our family dog. What's the story of Wishbone?